We would listen to a Dionne Warwick song and try to sing it exactly as Dionne did it. If you are a group, you try to study the Supremes, Martha Reeves and the Vandellas. If there was a group who comes from abroad to our shores, we would want to go and see them because they have something to teach us.
It all came from the American R&B music, you know, because we're always being influenced by the Impressions, all them soul R&B groups.
We start imitating the rhythm and blues songs like say Smiley Lewis or Professor Longyear or Louis Jordan, you know, those kind of beats. We try to imitate it.
When we was playing the boogie woogie and the shuffle and things like that, we realized that we were definitely swatting or copying the American stuff. We did some rhythm and blues, tried to copy the rhythm and blues with that driving beat.
It was all about rhythm and blues.
As the 1950s rolled on, the music of Fats Domino, Ray Charles and Louis Jordan was streaming into the island from Southern American radio stations just over 90 miles away. And with the sound systems blasting it out most nights of the week, downtown Kingston went dance crazy. Sound systems became the biggest local industry in downtown Kingston, and competition was fierce. To pull in the punters, you had to have the best music blasting out of your system. The race was on for the hottest American tunes.
He's the Rica sensation. You know, American people, they need cheap labor, so they bring to cut them cane and things. But why are they cutting cane? If you buy rhythm and blues, 6 times more money you get because you're going to sell it back to sound system people. So everybody anxious to go to the farmer, but not for cut cane. They want to go buy some record, you know?
Out of this fierce competition, 2 giants emerged, Clement Coxon Dodd and Arthur Duke Reed. Combining their liquor businesses with their sound system dances, they were effectively the barons of downtown Kingston and would continue to control the Jamaican music business for the next 15 years.
The reggae artist was rapping on that music back in the 70s and late 60s. The reggae artist was rapping on that music back in the 70s and late 60s.
Coxon sound system was a sort of sound system to create these jockeys that would use the microphone in between records. All the other DJs before our time, they would only just put on the records or either dance with a girl or drink a beer, but it wasn't anything exciting.
Well, I'm Clement Dodd, better known as Sir Coxon Downbeat, Master of the Royal Society of Jazz and King of Sound Systems.
Well, when you were growing up, that was their music in the house?
Well, yes, we had Martha Richards radio, and we used to listen to the foreign station a lot, like Voice of America, listening to people like Billy Eckstein and Sierra Vaughan, Lionel Lampton, Louis Jordan, you know.
So where did you get the idea to go to America?
Well, in the early days, it was a popular thing of the recruiting men for Florida, you know, to either work in fruit or vegetable or the sugar cane.
So did you mix with the Americans at all, or?
Well, at work. Yeah, at work we mix with it. And weekend, you know, when you go party, you mix a lot with the Americans.
So would the parties be in town, or?
Yes, more, yeah, you would say in town. It would be jukeboxes. When we go to like live shows, then it's quite different, it would be band. While I was there, I sent the amplifier along with a lot of records and stuff like that.
So you knew that was what you were going to do?
Yes, and I sent diagram of how like the box to be built. Then my old lady got involved, gave out the boxes, and she just started. As a matter of fact, she was the very first female DJ in Jamaica. I get ideas from some of the jukebox, you know, to build these boxes with a lot of glass and fancy stuff and writing on it.
Was he speaking on the
No,
mic?
the speaking wasn't really in the swing. I came back and changed that with a lot of toasting, you know.
Did you get that idea from America?
America, right. And then I got together with Count Machuki and, you know, would just toast to him like I've heard it on the radio station.
This is the music I was listening to back in the days. Ska music before reggae come into its own. Ska music before reggae come into its own.
When we was playing the boogie woogie and the shuffle and things like that, we realized that we were definitely swatting or copying the American stuff. But after playing and experimenting along the way, we realized we could do something on our own. And then just for that difference, this is why we decided to really come up and stick to the scale.
So you thought, we want to make something Jamaican?
Some Jamaican sound, true Jamaican sound.
We start imitating the rhythm and blues songs like say Smiley Lewis or Professor Longyear or Louis Jordan, you know, those kind of beats. We tried to imitate it. It didn't turn out that way, so we decided to keep this as our own type. That's how that can come in.
Styling like those was really rhythm and blues. What we did to this rhythm and blues is like you'd be doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. But this kind of we change it to 1, 2, 3. And then it's more 2, 4, 2, 4 instead of 1.
It is Jamaica's first musical revolution. And we call it ska.
But it's over and over. Oh, oh no, oh, oh no. God's gonna ride on the winning time, but it's over and over. Oh, oh no, oh no. God's gonna ride on the winning time. Brother Noah, my God's talking. Said he would ride on the wind and tide. Hey, children, stop still and listen to me. God walked down to the brandy sea. He declared that the eve was the sent for man, and then he decided to destroy the land. He spoke to Noah. Noah stopped. He said, Noah, I want you to build me an ark. I want you to build it 3 cubits long. I want you to build it big and strong. I want it 50 high and 50 wide, so it will stand the wind and tide. It's oh, Noah, oh, oh, Noah. Oh no, I got to go to ride on the winning tide, but it's a oh no, oh no, oh no, I got to go to ride on the winning tide. Got to go to ride on the winning tide. Got to go to ride on the winning tide. Oh no, brother Noah, my God's talking. Said he would ride on the wind and tide. Well, after the foundation was laid, then Noah began to hew and build. The ringing of the hammer cried judgment, the hewing of the saw cried sin and repent. 100 years he hammered and sawed, building the ark by the grace of God. Now when the ark was done, God's voice was heard. He said, now Noah, let me tell you what to do. Calling the animals 2 by 2, so he called them an ark. 2 by 2, he called the birds the ox with the kangaroo. Then he called and Japheth, the ham and